of that story. Then I came in December, and that was absolutely different picture. The whole village was just for me. That makes a difference. That's really make a difference. I know that visiting French Riviera is, of course, it's wonderful to visit it in summer because you have the chance to swim in the sea. But that is a wonderful experience to be there in winter. And now I'm going to show you how the village and French Riviera looks in winter. Sorry, there are some messages because currently there is the Russians are having the bombardment of different Ukrainian cities, and the number of different drones are flying in different directions. So sometimes I got the messages. This is from my Telegram channel because I didn't just shut it down because I just want to be informed on where the war is happening now. So you're going to see Village Eze, a wonderful place on French Riviera in December. Don't be surprised; it is very sunny, and some trees are orange, brown, red, so colorful and beautiful. Yes, I have just started. Welcome, everyone. So this is the pre-recorded version of the tour. We are going to see the medieval village. We are going to see the amazing park, botanical garden full of cacti, a unique streets of this village. They are cobblestones. They are all they look like they used like as they looked in the 10th or 13th century. Um, it's the most beautiful place on the planet, and as I have read somewhere in the ratio or some kind of statistics, this is the third most beautiful village on the planet. So please tell me at the end of the tour, how do you find it? Probably it will be a revelation for some of you. And let me know if you have ever been there. So please send me, for example, a heart or a thumb up if you ever visited Hago village in France. Hi, Bruce, and if you are, if it's your first time on Hago, it's an honor for me to be your first guide. Usually, we run the tours from the outside, but sometimes. When the placers are unapproachable by the signal, the guides run the tours from home. And today will be from home version. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. And let's get started. Okay. So we're beginning walking in this amazing place, and it is really amazing. This is December, Village Eze on French Riviera. Absolutely beautiful, and it's so charming. So it's situated on the on the high hill, or I could say on the mountain, and the views from there are breathtaking. So from all over like all around, you can see the blue Mediterranean Sea, and we are just on the kind of hilltop. So let's go inside the village, and you will see them how they look like when it is December. Actually, almost no people or one guy. I'm not. Uh, so I wanted to film without people, but there are some people, but it's not comparable with the summer season. When you look from these cliffs, it looks like the mountains are really falling into the sea. And these are medieval streets. They are situated very close to each other on these rocky cliffs. So if you haven't visited this village, this is something special. That is That is something amazing. Um, Everything is cobblestoned, and there are high walls around me. That is why the street, like where I'm walking now, is completely unapproachable with the signal. So when I was trying to stream from that place, there was no signal. And really, this is my favorite place to visit in France. Uh, Very beautiful village, and it's very impressive because of the panoramic views that it's offer. That is the restaurant. It calls Chateau de Hevre, like the goat, the chateau of goats, and they have two Michelin stars. Um, the facades are all ancient, and I'm surprised that there are a lot of greenery, and all the facades of the houses, they are decorated by this not artificial but the real flowers and the trees. Thank you so much, Julia, for tipping. Thank you so much, Jay. And we are already on this botanical garden. So botanical garden is situated just on the top of the cliff, I could say. This is called actually the eagle's nest. Eagle's nest. Uh, oh, Bernadette is writing, I have been there, loved it. Watched last time you showed it. Yes, I was showing it in December before Christmas. So it was like my Christmas. Oh, oops, sorry, it's me. It's very high, 400 meters. 400 meters above the sea level, so sometimes the things happen. So let's continue. Uh, that was Olga. Always have it. I always have adventures on my tours. So it's really a precious place. Precious because the views are magnificent, but the ticket cost you just €6. So it's like you are really stepping back into the history, and you can find yourself in this absolutely beautiful atmosphere of the medieval village. And you are surrounded by the amazing views and the statues. Look at this magnificent view. It's a special pleasure um, to work on this place, to work along the cacti, and to stroll along this quiet ancient passages. So I think that people who live here are really lucky. Actually, the official statistics is that 2,300 people live there. And actually, they are not living, just um, just the people who work in the restaurants are living there. So really, the waiter told me that around 30 people live in this place. I just stopped you the screen to show that this is really beautiful. And these wonderful details, I mean, the statues among these cactus, they can inspire your creative mind if you are an artist. And you can enjoy them medieval village as well. So the village is situated between Monaco and Nice, and uh, it's kind of a border of Monaco. It's very high, so to get there, you need to travel by train, and then you need to wait for a bus for about an hour. A bus runs once an hour, and then this bus takes you to the altitude of um, almost 500 meters above the sea level. I can say that this village is really worldwide famous, but still some people don't know about this amazing place. It's famous because of its beauty, because of the charm, and the main reason why people are coming here is this fascinating, beautiful views. I will stop for a second to show you this beautiful cacti trees. Please let me know if the video is fast for you or if it's okay. I will not be able to change anything now, but probably for the next time, I will be able to slow it down. When I look at this nature, I'm just recalling how I was walking along these cactus trees, and it is special pleasure when it is December. Actually, people are preparing for the New Year, for the Christmas, and you just need to wear a T-shirt and trainers or sneakers a little fast. Okay, Beverly. Next time I will. So this is really, it's not fast. It's fast when it is recorded. That is the usual pace that I'm using as a guide when I'm showing you the tour alive. But as a recorded version, it takes time a little bit to transmit the picture to you. So let's continue and let's enjoy the beauties. So as you can see, the views are fantastic, and it has the difficult history because it belonged to many nations. At first, Ligurian tribes came there, and actually they became the first settlements here in French Riviera. And then later the Romans came here, they built a fortress. We actually don't know how the name originated, so a village as how the name originated, but some people are saying that it derives from the Latin word avisium, and that was the name of the post, of the observation post that was here in the mountains in the ancient Rome. And some the other people thinks that it's connected with them with the goddess, with the Egyptian goddess Isis. I think this version is more appropriate. So the symbol of the village is the phoenix bird. Oh, this is my favorite view. I will even stop that for you to show how beautiful it is. Are these plants native or brought from elsewhere? So the garden originated, I think, in 1960s, and some of them, many of them were brought from the different places, because originally the people who lived there in medieval ages in that ancient village, they were growing olive trees, like tangerines, the oranges, and they were farmers, although it was very difficult to bring water to the top of the mountain. And then somehow many people were inspired by the beautiful views, like Nietzsche, the German writer, George Sand, the French writer, and Walt Disney, and many other. The band group U2, for example, also liked Village Azure. So many famous people came there and bought villas in this place. And then somehow the idea appeared to make the beautiful garden on this place. Yes, the majority of the plants were brought from the warm places. Do you have to climb lots of stairs there? Not actually a lot of stairs, because the bus takes you up to the entrance of the medieval gate Oh, a magnificent view. But then you have to climb. Actually, this is the whole. You like conquering this village. You need to use some effort. So of course you need to wear something very very comfortable. Uh, I think that Italian coastline and French coastline are rich of this kind of villages. There are many of them, but some are really beautiful, like this one, and unique. It's really incredible view. I think this is one of the best in French Riviera. And in the winter, people are saying that you can even see Corsica from this place. So these are the most beautiful views of our today's journey. It's very peaceful there. The stone houses have so many interesting French details, features, and these narrow streets really allow you to imagine like you are traveling in time, and everything is made from stone. You are kind of plunging into the history, you creating for yourself this feeling of the fairy tale, of the ancient fairy tale. And this is the main attraction. This garden is the main attraction of the village Asm. Also, there is the chapel, the old chapel, which was built in the 13th century, and the Church of Assumption. Um, the Church of Assumption was built in the 18th century. Then, if there was a wonderful adventure for me, so I missed the bus and I had to take the Nietzsche path to go down to the beach because after 6 p.m. there are no buses. Nietzsche was a German philosopher and a writer, so he loved to walk here, he loved to live here, and he wrote his famous book. I don't know. Have you ever read Nietzsche? I haven't. I haven't, but he created this kind of path. Actually, that was the goat path. So the people were taking goats up and down, but Nietzsche liked it, and he was walking every day. So it took me. My story is that Nietzsche path, to walk down this path took me about 2 hours. And at first it was quite safe, but then it wasn't very safe. So it's sometimes it's not uh, very well kind of looked after. So there are many statues all around, and near the statues you can read the names of different ladies, and there are some philosophic quotes from different people about the ladies and about our life. So that is the idea, just to walk around the beautiful scenery and to relax. Um, I think this is the amazing view. So let's walk. We have some other things to visit today. So I think that all the people who are visiting Village Azar for the first time have this weird feeling that, oh my God, I have never seen such beauty. I've never imagined that this could really exist on the earth. There are so many pizza cafes and restaurants. The locals are very passionate to preserve this medieval floor, the medieval vibe. Um, so it's really captivating and absolutely beautiful place. But to get to the highest point, to get to this garden, you need to constantly climb, climb, and climb. Can you imagine the views from their rooms? So the rooms from the restaurants, uh, The restaurants, the hotels, they all have amazing views. How warm is it get there in Fahrenheit? I don't know, Bruce, in Fahrenheit. When I was there in December, that was about I think 20 Celsius on sun, and sometimes the temperature was going down when it was closer to the evening hours. But actually, I was filming uh, this at the hottest time of the day. So that is this December. Some people are swimming in the sea. Some people are courageous enough to swim, and that's are the vestiges of the old castle. So there is the old castle. The name of the castle is Eagle's Nest, and these are the walls, the remnants of that. Ancient castle, so one of the walls which serves as the highest point of the botanical garden. So if you are a fan of hiking, you can uh, take like you can make a picnic actually on this niche path. This will take you about 2 hours to walk from the up to the bottom to the beach, and unbelievable views. So the whole road is 2 kilometers. But it's going like in the forest, so that is why these 2 kilometers are actually quite. You need 2 hours to cover them. It's slippery sometimes in places, and you really need to be very careful and to have very good footwear. But that was a wonderful experience for me to walk from the top to the bottom, and you can see these magnificent views. So this is really worth it if you are in the good shape. Absolutely beautiful views. So, really, until the First World War, there was no tourism in the area, and people were living for as a farmers for they were growing different the olive trees and the lemons and oranges. They were raising also goats and sheep, cultivating the land. I don't know how they were cultivating it because everything is surrounded by the stone walls, and that really acquired a lot of effort, considerable effort. But when you go down, like along when we were traveling by bus, there are a lot of villas. Sometimes you can see magnificent, huge swimming pools, and you can imagine how people are enjoying these swimming pools, like swimming in them and having this extraordinary views. So there are a lot of trees, but fig tree have special value there, and they also have grapevines and citrus trees, oranges and lemon. So no wonder that so many famous people and this great German philosopher Nietzsche came there. They wrote their famous works and created. So this is the perfect place for creating something, for really building and creating something new. Believe me or not, but it's I think French Riviera, Côte d'Azur, is wonderful in every time of the day and in every time of the year. So this is really winter. I That was my dream to visit this place in winter, and this year that happened. So now we are exploring the highest point of the botanical garden. Actually, this is one of the oldest villages on French Riviera. What time is it there? So I was filming about 2 p.m. just before my tour. I started the tour at 3 p.m. So that is the most wonderful time. Very picturesque and absolutely comfortable even to be there. Yes, we all need some sunshine in winter. Exactly. So that was a fortress in the 10th century. In the 13th century, there was a fortress. Um, and then they redevelopment this fortress for the village. So the Romans were ruling there, the Turks, the Spanish people, and also French ruled there. And officially, Azar became a French village quite recently. That was in the 19th century, and that happened in that ancient chapel. So all the uh, villagers, the citizens of this village, came to one old chapel, and they voted for to become officially the to come under the French jurisdiction. But it's interesting that there was just one option in their um, kind of ballots, so to say yes, so they couldn't say no when they were voting. And that is so I was filming and filming and filming this botanical garden. So the garden is situated on the 430 meters above the sea level, and the weather, I think, is always clear, so you can see the mountains from to the both sides. Is it the same place we were visiting with you last year? Yes, actually, I had just two tours from this magnificent place in October and in December. And then in October, I didn't have the chance to film it, which I'm very sad about that. And then in December, I decided to film this destination, and now you can admire this beautiful spot and discover for you just the beautiful plants, and probably plan the visit to this botanical garden, because if you like the plants, this is the amazing place to visit. Which country did it belong to before? It belonged to not Italy, but a county of Savoy. It's interesting that they are very proud that they never belonged to Italy. I don't know why, but they are saying that they were belonging to this Savoy, like the county of Savoy. And then they voted to join France. That was in 1860. Do people live on those islands? We see, yes, people live there, not kind of. You see the mountains falling into the sea, and people live there. Usually there are villas, and more villas are situated closer to the seashore. So I was showing you, now I'm going down the kind of the reverse side, the other side of the castle, because um, on the village Azar, this is kind of the place where a botanical garden is situated, is one part uh, of the wall, and I was showing you the other part of the wall. There are some passages, and they are also very beautiful. Yes, that is the fantastic view from the top. These succulents and cacti trees, the collection is from all over the planet. So most of the plants belong to Mediterranean Sea, to Africa, to America. And these plants, they are adapted to the tropical climate, and this French Riviera climate is really favorable for their growth. So it's wonderful. It's just wonderful that they decided to grow there. I'm glad, Julie, that you are enjoying the views. I'm glad that you're enjoying this fantastic, fantastic opportunity. Thanks to Hago to see on a clear day the Corsican mountains. Um, so that is how the Mediterranean Sea and the coastline looks like. So if you see the messages, they are coming from the turbulent Ukrainian Telegram channels, because currently Russians are congratulating our President Zelensky with them, with his birthday, and we have a lot of bombings and attacks of Iranian drones now. So. Um, So it's interesting that even in the 12th century, it was quite habitable. So there, the people were living there. So the conditions were very harsh. On the top of to live on the top of the cliff to bring the water, but still they lived here. And years later, the French took over, took the control over this place. And the Savoyans, they were kind of Italian royal family. That is a really stunning geographical location, and and these are the benches, so they are very wide. There is a waterfall, artificial waterfall, in this botanical garden, and you can occupy these benches and just enjoy, I think, the most beautiful views ever. So just in a few seconds. Oh, thank you so much for tipping. Thank you, dear Rick. Thank you, Luian. The link is admirable president. Yes, that is the. This is absolutely true. We are very proud. We are very lucky to have him as a president, and I really don't have enough words to describe how how hard it is to be a president of the country that is at war. And I am sure that the following months will be very difficult, very difficult for Ukrainian nations. And it's not a surprise that um, so many countries decided to send the equipment, the weapons to us. So this is the waterfall, how the waterfall looks like. But with the weapons, we need more soldiers, and now a lot of like more men, Ukrainian men, I mean, are going to go to fight to the army, because many are already killed. Many Ukrainian soldiers are lost. So we are also raising our numbers, raising our new army of soldiers. Other houses on the slope. The houses are on the slope, yes, that you can see here. But now we are going to dive into the medieval village. So I think that's enough. You were very patient to watch all the botanical garden, like from the top to bottom. And just after this beautiful waterfall, we will exit it. So actually, there are 13 villagers all around Eze, and the villages they are situated on different levels. There are three levels that are going like from the bottom to the top. So we are on the highest one. And this is how we are entering village. People lived here around 2000 BC. So that is quite an ancient place. But why it is unique? It's unique because the walls, some of the walls belong to the 13th century. And the streets that I'm showing, are unapproachable by the signal. So if you were with me in December, I wasn't on this place. So this is something new that you have the opportunity to see with me now. So this village has another name, Eagle's Nest, because this high location really. Do you live in France? Me, I don't live in France. I just love to visit this place, and probably you will see me someday again showing you French Riviera. I don't know, but I've been there 3 times in my life, and that is my third visit that I was filming. But Village Eze and French Riviera, really, they are always in my heart. And I will be coming there. I will be coming. There are some special places on the earth that you want to come back. And sometimes when we are walking, I decided to entertain you a little bit and to show you nice quotes. I know that you like to read my book of wisdom, so these are some quotations from my book of wisdom. So this is the beautiful hilltop medieval village in the south of France, between Monaco and Nice. And we are exploring this spectacular views of the village itself. Thank you, John, for tipping. Thank you for supporting my channel and me. Thank you. So just close to this passage is the chapel of Saint Cross. Um, we are trying to absorb now this charm, um, the charm of this beautiful village. There are many shops, many art galleries, hotels, restaurants, and everything attracts a huge number of tourists and the people who are traveling during their honeymoon, because the newlyweds they like to book the rooms in these hotels and to enjoy these magnificent views in the first days of their marriage. Oh, that is this is better view. Some people call it a village museum, and everything is outside. I don't know how much effort it cost for the people to have so much greenery. Really, everything is so clean there and so tidy, but not so many residents. Actually, people are not living there; they're just working. Look at this beautiful wall. So it's covered by the red leaves, like the whole, I could say the whole street is covered by the red leaves. I think that is so charming in December to see such beauty. The motto of the village is the phrase, "In death I am reborn." That is a very symbolic place, symbolic not place, the phrase for me when I heard it during my first journey, and there was already war in Ukraine. I thought that it's something about Ukraine. You know, this motto, "In death I am reborn." So many people are dying for our freedom now, for our victory. And I think that in this during this time, new Ukraine will appear. So we are visiting the beautiful streets, and I prepared a little bit of music for you. So if you are bored to listen to my stories, you can now you will have the chance for 4 minutes. Let's do kind of a meditation experience. You will hear the beautiful composition, and I will be silent for 4 minutes, because there are a few things that you can do in as a village, just to admire the stunning views, to admire the beautiful architecture, to see this huge fortified stronghold, these huge walls. By the way, we are passing, that was on the left, was the chapel of Saint Cross, and there was the White Brothers were gathering there. White Brothers, they were the monks who were helping the people who were suffering during the plague. You can enjoy the greenery, the exotic garden, and Nietzsche path. So while you are watching and enjoying all these things that I named, I invite you to listen to a piece of music and imagine like you are walking there with me or without me. Ой. Sorry. Just a second. Technical issues. I have to turn off. Okay. Now, now you can imagine like you are there with me. Please let me know, give me the feedback about the sound. Is it loud or is it okay for you to meditate with me today? I hope you enjoyed this moment, musical pause, and I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to show you the perfumes that I bought there. So I will pause for a second. Yes. So what do you have there? There are a lot of soap, kind of soap. The people who are making the soaps like handmade, and there is also the factory, Fragonard factory. I bought there two perfumes for myself. I can't go to this village Ezer and not visit Fragonard. There is another, I don't remember the producer. There's another shop, but Fragonard is my favorite. So I wish there is a smell-o-vision in Если не тряси, пожалуйста. I wish there were a smell-o-vision in Hego. It's called Vrai. I think it's kind of true. True. It has kind of lemon and citrus, orange notes. This is my favorite. It's called Vrai. And the second one, it's more expensive. Um, jasmine, something with jasmine. So really, when you are in village Ezer, you can visit this fragrant art shop, and this is kind of, I like souvenirs that you can visit in future. So usually I buy something like cups, pottery, plates, pens, or I can buy the perfumes. Uh, it's all about beauty. The artists who are working in those art galleries, they making unique arts, like they're making something really outstanding, something unusual, and you can often see these artists working just on the streets. There are many art galleries in Village Ezer, and it's exceptional. So it's not the Chinese style um, of the souvenirs that you can buy there. So we will have the second part of our tour. My son will say hello to you, and we will watch for 5 minutes the village again. What do you want to tell everybody?
Hello, I wish.
What
Yeah,
you know?
no, I. Hello, I wish.
No, you do, what do you want to wish?
Hello,
So he used to say, "I wish you a Merry Christmas," and he continues to do so. Do you love sea? Do you love
beach.
sun? You love beach?
Yes,
Yes. Do you want to go to the sea in summer?
yeah, yes.
Okay,
Люблю
goodbye.
говорить
Mhm.
сам.
I hope that our dream will come true, and this year we will see, and I will be able to take the kids to the sea. So let's continue our journey. So he likes. It's a future guide of Hego. His name is Yelisei. So he likes to greet you every time when I'm having my tours. Kind of an unusual experience. Sometimes you can see the family of the guides, but this is how the Hego works. And actually, this is the medieval entrance. And now I'm going to show you the view of the city when it was October. So in December there were no people, and now look at the streets, how they're fully packed with people. So it's just a few months before. It's really the enchanting panorama is not that enchanting because you will see more and more people on the streets. But anyway, you can hide in this beautiful back kind of courtyards, and everywhere you will find the beautiful background. So the background of the sea and of those plants. So you can see that in October, there are still some people, and it's not so free as it's in December. Is there a beach there? Yes, Fraser. The beach is just at the bottom, so you need to follow Nietzsche path. And then you will find yourself on the beach. So, but it will take you 2 hours, not near the village. So the village is on the very top of the hill, on the very top of the mountain, 430 meters above the sea level. And I think that it is rightfully described as the museum village because really you don't need to go inside. Everything is absolutely for free except the botanical garden. Absolutely everything is outside, and it's just there something very old and very beautifully preserved, very high on the top of the hill. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for tipping. So the charm is undeniable there. So if you want to avoid the hot uh, weather of the beach, you can come to the village, and it will be a wonderful place where you will hide in the shadow of the passengers, because there are so many different passengers. There, whatever season you visit this place, I think this it will amaze you by its um, panoramic views, and by the some kind of authenticity, because it's unforgettable. This even the winding streets are unforgettable. I was leaving this place in at night, like I mean in the evening. It was quite late, and they have absolutely beautiful illumination. There are two hotels, and these hotels are considered among the most beautiful hotels in the world. And uh, and this restaurant, which has two Michelin stars. Thank you so much, Debbie. So we will finish on this beautiful spot. Is Milan the closest airport? No, the closest airport is Nice Airport. I think you can also travel to Marseille. This is how usually I do this. You can travel to Marseille, and then you can take a train to Nice, to Cannes, to Menton, the place where you would like to stay on French Riviera. So today I decided to show you this unique place. Probably you haven't been there, and it's a wonderful chance for you to discover quite unusual destination. Please let me know if you have never been there and you would like to visit it. So next time I would like to. I also prepared for you the tour on Paris. So I'm going. It's called Sparkling Paris. It's my kind of experiment. I decided to include the most beautiful, stunning views of Paris, and I will show you this video this week as well. So. I have one premiere tour from Prague, from the outside, and I will tell you the horror stories. It's actually will be part two of the Mystic tour, the Mystic Prague. So please join me this week for the night tour to explore one of the most beautiful streets in Prague, and I will tell you the scary stories about ghosts, about the witches, and about alchemists who lived there. And the next one will be about Paris. It will be kind of a combination of the most beautiful sparkling sports in Paris, Champs-Élysées, and also I will show you the places that I enjoyed the most. Thank you, dear Laura. Thank you, everyone, for visiting, for tipping. Fantastic daily